Well, it is once again that time of week where I have to adjust my phone. There we go. Hi. Y'all, I'm struggling. I'm angry. I'm very angry, actually. I have been struggling with this whole thing. Because literally at this point, nothing makes sense anymore. Anyway, I'll get into that. Hi. I am in my backyard right now. Well, underneath of our deck underneath of our deck patio area. It's kind of a nice evening here for once. Everything here has been. We had snow last Saturday, and then the wind this week has just been ridiculous. So I say that right now, it's supposed to be calm, and now my hair is blowing all over the place. Sorry, I don't have enough product in my hair yet. I just got out of the shower. This week, anyway. Yeah, it's been a week. It's been a week of nonsensical things happening. There's so much that's happening right now. There's a lot of things I want to tell you. There's a lot of things I want to put out there, but there's a lot of things I don't think I should put out there. I feel like I live in China right now. There's some things that I feel like I want to talk about, but then there's other things I'm afraid to talk about. Not afraid, but yeah, afraid, if that makes any kind of sense. Anyway, here we are. 1 week of classes left. You guys aren't going to forget this year. I know I'm not going to forget this year. I'd like to forget this year. You know what, though? Here's the thing. I struggle with everybody's like 2020. If we could hit the reset button, let's start over. It's life, people. You roll with the punches. You roll with what God has put out there. Is it frustrating? Yeah. Is it scary? I haven't been scared yet. At least not scared of the virus. I'm scared of some fellow Americans. I'm scared of people that are willing to continue to sit around and not fight for anything. That scares me. It's just been aggravating. God is still in control, and that's the thing that I keep relying on. That's the thing that's the reset button. All these people, it's just like people sit around and they think, "What's the next worst thing that can come?" And I'm sitting here and I'm worried about losing freedom. People are worried about murder hornets now. Have you seen the size of these things? But again, okay, it's just another insect to have to deal with. You have to get stung like 6 or 7 times by these things at once to die. Does it scare the crap out of me that there's a bee flying around my head that's the size of a hummingbird? Well, yeah, pretty much. But I'll do what I do to everything else. I'll kill it if it's in my way. It's not like we're the only ones that dealing with that stuff. It's not the only. It's just. Can we reset 2020? I don't know. I've learned a lot. Let's just put it that way. I've learned a lot about me. I've learned a lot about boldness. You guys thought I was bold before. In the words of the Joker, I can't remember who played. What was his name? Anyway, the line was, "What do they get a load of me?" I have become, I think, more bold, more outspoken, more so not afraid to say what I feel like needs to be said. Less afraid of people and what they think of me. Actually, I've really not been afraid. I was in high school, a little bit in college, but I'm over that now. But I've I have been struggling this week with anger, and I'm being very transparent with you. And here's where my anger is. And yes, I'm going to get to the homework, but you know what? I'm going to make you watch a video before I tell you what the homework is. Some of you already done the homework. Some of you already done with school. Some of you have, but I'm going to throw a curveball at you because that's what I do. I was going to do an exam to end World Civ this week, and then going to do an exam. I don't want to do an exam the last day of class. I just don't. So I'm not doing, all I'm going to just have you continue to do is just some homework. But I'll get to that in a minute. Here's what I'm angry about. Here in Pennsylvania, we have a governor that is a child. Yes, I just said that. And here's the deal. You can respect the office and not respect the person. This man has done nothing to earn my respect. Our health person, I have been doing some research on, is a transgender person. He's a guy, okay? He's a dude. He looks like Dr. Oaken from Independence Day. Now, very scary person. Here's the deal. Our health system right now, our governor is relying on a person that is a pediatrician. A pediatrician. Now, for those of you that don't have any clue what that is a child doctor. A doctor of pediatrics. Child doctor. Children's medicine. Not an epidemiologist. Not a virologist. Not a disease person, but a pediatrician. So we have a pediatrician transgender that is telling us and ordering all of what we're supposed to be doing here as far as medical stuff. Guys, let me tell you something right now. This is no longer about a virus. It's not. It is about control. And you have wondered, and you tell me, some of you have asked, what does socialism look like? You are living it right now. You are living it right now. We have had things in the past. In 1919, the Spanish flu. People were wearing masks. Believe it or not, at baseball games. It's kind of funny if you go back and look at the videos in 1919. Pictures of it. But they made it through it. And I'm going to say this, and I may upset some people, but I'm going to tell you this flat out. If there was a Democrat in the office of the President of the United States right now, this would not be happening. Okay? So what is happening right now, you have your red states and your blue states. The red states are the Republicans, the blue states are your Democrats. What's happening right now in a lot of these red states, they are opening. And what they are finding right now, and you can go do the research yourself, what they are finding right now, the more they are opening, the less and less numbers they have as far as coronavirus goes and coronavirus deaths. The less. Georgia was one of the first ones to open up, and over the weekend they had their least amount of cases and deaths of coronavirus since this whole thing started. They closed down after Pennsylvania, and they now have opened before Pennsylvania. Now, they're doing it in steps, obviously, which that makes no sense to me. We can shut everything down all at once, but we can't open everything at once. What's happening here in Pennsylvania? Our governor came out and decided to extend, which I think your governor did as well, extend the stay-at-home order, which is it's just stupid. Stay-at-home order until June the 4th because he's smarter than everybody else. What is happening? This has come down to, and you can watch this in national media, this has come down to do the opposite of what President Trump says. That is what it has come down to. Do the opposite of what he says. So President Trump is pushing to open the country in steps. He's not saying open tomorrow, but he's doing it in steps. And he wants to do it in steps. And he wants the economy to get going. He wants people to get back to work. He wants the small businesses that are shut down right now. And I have to tell you, our small town here in Lidditz, Pennsylvania, it is built on nothing but small business. And There are 3 or 4 that have already said that we have to shut our doors completely for good because of this stupidity. Can you tell I'm angry? I'm sorry. I just am. I'm done with this. And I'm going to bring God into this too. Okay, so just hang with me. Here in Pennsylvania as well, over the weekend there were 4 counties in Pennsylvania that wrote a letter to Governor Wolf, Mein Kampf. And every time I hear his name, I just want to do the Hitler salute. That's what I feel like I need to do. And so 4 counties decided that they wrote a letter to Governor Wolf, and they basically said, the county commissioners said, we are going to open this coming Friday. Their numbers are not high. There is an action. You can look this up too. There is data to prove this out. What is it? 88% of the cases here in Pennsylvania have been in nursing homes. 88%. Now, let me back up there for a second. This Dr. Rachel Levine cousin, I have to be careful. Dr. Rachel Levine, his real name is Richard, has a mother that he decided to take out of a nursing home because they made these nursing homes start taking COVID-19 patients. Why would you do that? But then why does he get to take his mom out of a nursing home and everybody else has to stay there? Why does he get to do that? Why is there no information for other people to be able to do that? This is what we're dealing with. So anyway, these county commissioners decided, and then finally Sunday, so did our county, we're opening on Friday. Dear Governor Wolf, basically blah, 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 all the rigmarole. But basically what they said was, Governor Wolf, we're going to open. We would prefer to do this with you, but we're going to do it without you, if necessary. So what does he do? I have put this video and the sound stuff on my Facebook wall. You can go find this probably anywhere. It's viral, I'm quite sure. Because he's a child. He decided to have a press conference and call all of us that want to open Pennsylvania and are pushing to, we're cowards. All of you that know me, how well do you think that word went over with me? We're cowards because we're giving in to the enemy. What? We're also selfish because we want to feed our families. Now, here's the deal. Again, I'm working, and I still have been working. And again, I have said this. Where else on earth would people be pushing and protesting to go back to work? Not protesting to stay home. Not protesting to get more stuff. All they want to do is go back to work. It's all people want to do. I don't know about Delaware. I don't know what's happening down there, but around here, people are fed up. People have been pushing back. I'm actually getting a sign that I'm very excited about. It says Reopen PA. Somebody up around the corner has a sign that says, the virus is not what's killing us. Governor Wolf is. They're not wrong. I'm just saying. This has just been, to me, an exercise of communism, socialism, all rolled into one thing. And again, you guys know I've been watching this series again on Hunting Hitler. That dude, what he did and how he did things, this is exactly how he did it. Am I telling you to be scared? No. What I am telling you is learn your history. Understand that what we are going through has been tried time and time again. They want to get rid of our Constitution in this country. They want to rewrite history. They want to say that we were founded on all of these things that are wrong. History to me has never been more important than it is right now in 2020. May the 13th, 2020. I'm irritated. I have been as calm as I possibly could be in all of this. I have to tell you too, I did something on Sunday that I'm trying to be very careful. All I have to say is secret church. And that I have to say secret church in the United States of America right now hacks me off. I don't live in China. I don't live in Russia. I don't live in Germany. I don't live in Brazil right now. I don't live in Argentina. I live in the United States of America. The land of the free and the home of the brave. God in his sovereignty put me here. And I'm going to fight for that. And I'm going to push back. To tell you a little bit about my pushback, there are several senators here in the state that I have been in touch with that have been completely 100% on our side. We have Senator Mastriano, who is a senator from Western Pennsylvania. We have our local senator, Senator Alment, and then Senator, I can't think of his name. He went off on the governor the other day for calling us children. Basically, he just kind of went off on the governor's tyrant, his little tirade that he had in his press conference. But here's the deal. I said I was going to bring God into this. I've been hearing a lot of people as Christians just saying, well, we need to give unto Caesar that which is Caesar's. Give unto God that which is God's. Did you know that constitutionally they cannot stop us from going to church? But our churches have decided to not fight back. Why? I can't tell you why all of the churches are. I'm as upset about my church as anybody else is about their church. But they can't, there's a lot of things that they're doing that constitutionally they can't do. There was a law office that actually wrote an op-ed the other day, and it was phenomenal. Talking about what Governor Wolf is going to have to go through in order to keep these people shut down. Now, here's what else our governor has done. They have this Friday is the date that all these counties said that they're going to open. They're going to move. We're in 3 steps. We have I feel like I'm a little kid. We have red light, we have yellow light, we have green light. Basically, a backwards L shape is what the state of Pennsylvania looks like now as far as the red goes. All the other counties above, north of us, west of us are yellow. So we're in the red. We just want to go from red to yellow. Allow salons, allow businesses to open up, because it doesn't make any sense that 500 people can go into Lowe's, Walmart, Target, Home Depot, all those places, but the little mom and pop shops can't be open to 10 people. Don't tell me you care about small businesses. You don't. You obviously don't. You care about big stores. You care about big box stores. You care about big business. Now, there's nothing wrong with big business, because if there was no big business, like, imagine if this continues that a whole airline has to shut down. Imagine how many lives that affects. So I like big business, but I don't like the fact that we allow them to stay open, but not the small businesses. You understand what I'm saying? I hope. Here's the thing. I have said this before. God has given us this innate, I-N-N-A-T-E, innate desire to be free. And as a believer, I have said this to you before, and I'm going to say this to you again. Parents listening, understand that I said this at the beginning of the school year to your students. You cannot separate God from the beginning of this country, and you cannot separate the beginning of this country from God. If there is no God, there is no United States of America. I thoroughly believe that with all of my heart. We have been slowly being programmed that it's okay. We're eventually going to have our churches open, but that's going to be the last things that are open. What does that tell you? As a believer, I have said this before. I am all about God, I am all about my family, and I am all about my country. Those 3 things in that order. God is always going to be first. My family is always going to be included in that. And you can almost put your family with God, because, I mean, if you are a godly person, your family is important. And then this country. People, we have lost sight of what freedom actually is. Now, you want to talk about freedom and talk about things that are kind of scary. Apple and Google have now just have come out with a technology now to, and if you don't download the app, or you don't get however they want to track you, you're going to get an alert that you were just in contact with someone with COVID-19. I know that phones are not safe as far as privacy and all that kind of stuff. We can do things to take precautions, privacy settings and all that kind of stuff. But there's ways around that for these companies. So they want to, and this is called contact tracing. That to me, that is freedom being taken away to the umpteenth power. And you need to be informed of these things. God, in the middle of all of this, this did not take him by surprise. This virus, he's in control. He knows everything. But God has also given us this desire to be free. And there is nothing wrong as believers that we fight for freedom. And using God as that premise to fight for freedom. Because I want to be free to worship God. I don't want to have to do what they do in China. I will. I mean, I'm doing it, kind of. I will do what they do in China. If I have to meet secretly, I will meet secretly. And I will fight for that right. Whether through words, if it comes to being physical, I don't want it to. But I'm willing to do that because freedom is not free. There's a saying that I always use around Memorial Day, and you see it a lot. All gave some, and some gave all. There were soldiers that gave everything and they still lived. But there are soldiers that gave everything and paid the ultimate sacrifice for freedom. Freedom is not free. Understand, there have been hundreds of thousands of American men and women that have given their lives so that I could sit here and make this video with you right now and speak my piece. Now, who knows? YouTube could take this down. YouTube has been doing a lot of things that they consider quote-unquote hate speech. So has Facebook. They've been taking things down. That's not freedom. That is not freedom at all. I guess they have that right, but that's not freedom. You guys have been studying, you've been studying about World War II. I think both classes were pretty much talking about World War II. We got involved in that war. First of all, Japan brought us into the war. We were fighting Hitler because we know what he was doing to the Jews, and what he was doing to people that were helping the Jews. He was insane. Japan just wanted us in the war, although one of the greatest lines that was ever said by one of the admirals on one of the aircraft carriers for the Japanese, I am afraid we've woken a sleeping giant. Well, yeah, you did. And you paid the ultimate price. Now Japan is one of our friends. People are more free in Japan than they are in China right now. But you look at what happened but you look at Germany, and guys, that's the part that scares me, is that because that is where we are right now. We have this tyrant. Well, not this tyrant. We have tyrants, plural. All of our state governors that are continuing to stay closed and keep the states locked down, quote unquote. It's either one of two things, or three things. You could give them the benefit of the doubt and say they're trying to look out for us. They're power hungry, or it's socialism, because they see what they can do to people and how they can control them. What's fascinating to me is that we gave it up so easily. 2 weeks? Okay. We're now 8 weeks in. This is nuts. This isn't right. So I'm done with that. I'm angry. I'm irritated. And I hope, please don't be mad at me for taking the time to talk about this, because I feel like we are living history right now. What's going to happen here in the next couple of months, I don't know. But I know that people are ready to rise up, and people are rising up. If you protest, you contact your local senators, you contact your congressmen. I have even sent an email to Attorney General Barr. I've sent an email to the Supreme Court. So I'm trying to do everything that I can to be involved. Then there's this. Celebrities, sports stars, athletes, all these people that tell me they know how I feel. Can I just tell you that as the bunch of biggest malarkey you've ever heard in your life? They all live in these houses. We're all in this together. Stay at home. Just do what you're told. Their houses are probably the size of all of our houses combined. They have as much money as all of us combined, if not more. They don't know what I'm going through. They have no idea. As much as I love Gal Gadot, she has a video where she's sitting there crying. Oh, we're all in this together. I feel so bad. Shut up. They have no idea. So anyway, that's where we are. We're down to the final week of school. So my understanding is that graduation has been moved to, I think, July. And the prom has been moved to July. Hopefully, I will see you all there. Right now, we're still on hold for my mom's memorial service because Delaware's stupid. There, I said it. No, your governor's not any worse than ours. We live right now. Pennsylvania's making national news right now because of our governor, and he's loving it. Heil mein Kampf. Wow, I just did that. So here's the deal for homework. We have 1 week left. Some of you have already done, have finished. I was going to do tests. We're not doing tests. The grades are well enough to be, they're all pretty much good. I know I haven't put them in yet. I know. Nobody is going to fail any of my classes, that I promise. Unless you just don't care and try to purposely bomb these last things. So here's what I'm going to do. I want everybody to just do the last chapter in the book, which is chapter 30. U.S. History and World Civ. If you have already done chapters 26 and 27, that's fine. Don't worry about it. I would prefer, though, that if you can, that if you would do chapter 30 as well. I hate to add stuff, but it's just a lot easier right now to do that with how things are. I hope you all are doing well. I've heard from some of you, which has been cool. But guys, Mr. Hilliard's, I've about had it. And what's funny is that I would tell Governor Wolf to his face what I thought of him. And you know me. You know I would do that. I would probably do the same thing that John Carney, the governor of Delaware, who's completely lost his mind as well. So anyway, praying for you guys. I love you guys. If you have any questions, hit me up. Have a great week. And I will make one more of these for the end of the school year. Love you guys.